Now listen, before we get into this, need to talk about our sponsor for today's video. Yes, I've got a sponsor. Your boy's moving up in the world. Now, even though they're paying me cash dollar to obviously promote their product, it's genuinely a good product. So today's sponsor is my Saffron app. And the core of what this app does is, okay, so you're a cook. Like me, you've got some favourite recipes on various websites across the internet, and you have to bookmark them on the browser, or you have to try and remember what website it was on. And basically, what this app does is you can paste the link into the app for the recipe, and it'll pull all the data down for you into a nice, neat little format. So you don't have to have bookmarks to loads of different websites. It's all there for you. And you essentially make your own little cookbook of all your recipes that you like. You can even convert the measurements from imperial to metric and vice versa. So like if you're in America and you use that weird system, you can change it around. I don't know why you would, because listen, the whole world needs to go metric, doesn't it? You can organise your recipes on there. It's even got a meal planner if you're organised, unlike me, so you can plan what you're going to eat. You can even create shopping lists from the recipes. Just click a few buttons and it will create a little shopping list so you know exactly what you need to buy. It basically organises recipes for you. It's fantastic. It's a great little app. And it's free to sign up as well. You can start off with just 25 recipes, and then if you want to upgrade, pay a small monthly fee, you can then add more and more recipes. It's available on Android and iOS as well, and I'll put a link on the screen to the website so you can go and read all about it. But thank you to my Saffron app for sponsoring this video. But let's get to the recipe. Come on, let's do some cooking. Boys and girls, are you ready for me to take you on a journey on the roller coaster of flavour? Of chickeny, buttery, lemony goodness. Chicken piccata. This here, it's good, yeah. It's good. There's someone hanging about in the hallway, making a bit of noise. So you may hear him talking. It's okay. It's what you get for communal living, isn't it? So yes, we're making chicken piccata today, which is really delicious and it's so easy to make. And Uncle Adam is going to show you how to do it. I'm trying to keep my voice down a bit because I don't want him to hear me flipping yelling in my flat because he'll think I'm some sort of lunatic, which I am. But that's a secret between me and you. But anyway, listen, chicken piccata, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. But before I do, remember to watch the whole video all the way through so you don't miss a step. And also, if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, click the grey notification bell, and then every time I upload, YouTube tells you about it and you can watch it. So yes, chicken piccata, let's get on with it. The first thing we need to do is beat up some chicken. So I've got the chicken breast here and a rolling pin. So I'm going to get these off this plate and I'm going to flatten these out a bit because I want kind of an even cooking surface. And it also helps cook them fairly quickly as well. So I've got 2 sheets of cling film. I'll use the one that I used to cover the plate to put them in the fridge. And I'll just pop the other one down, like so. Pop that back on. And literally all you're gonna do is just kind of bash it out a little bit. You don't need to like completely pulverise it. Just like that, nice and simple. So you've got a nice even thickness. And just repeat that, do that with a second chicken breast. And I'll see you in a second. So, once you kind of bash them out, nice even thickness, we're going to season these puppies up. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, flip them over, do the same at the other side. And I've got some plain flour here and just kind of sprinkle it over. Try to make a mess everywhere. That's super important. And just kind of pat it in. You don't need to like put loads of flour in a bowl, you know, you just want enough to coat it, so it means less waste this way. You could always bread these as well with some egg and panko breadcrumbs, that would also be nice, but keeping it simple in the Adam Garratt kitchen today. So there we are, they're nicely floured up, seasoned, we can start cooking. Chicken piccata! Make sure to wash your hands as well, folks, you don't want that salmonella. Yeah. Do you like my new pan? Cast iron, one of those shallow casserole dishes. I've been wanting one of these for ages. I finally pushed the boat out and treated myself. So I'm going to get it onto a heat. He says, whoa, steady on sunshine. That's some of my arm hair's gone. Oh, this oven is a piece of shit. And then to the pan, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And I've also got another pan full of water, bringing it to a boil because I'm going to have it with spaghetti. You can have it with mash, rice, whatever you want, but I want spaghetti today. So as the pan heats up, we're going to get the chicken in, and literally it's a case of cooking the chicken. It's that simple. And because they're quite thin and they're a nice even thickness, it's not going to take very long at all. I'd say about 4 or 5 minutes each side, and that chicken is going to be ready. Okay, so the chicken is cooked through. We're going to take it out, pop it to one side to rest. And you see all that stuff in the pan? Do not throw that away. Listen, if I catch you throwing it away, we're going to have a falling out. You're going to have to speak to your parents. That right there is flavour. Supercharged chickeny flavour. And that's what we're going to use for the base for our piccata sauce. So let's get on with it. So I've turned the heat down nice and low, and in we go with our shallot, and maybe just a touch more olive oil. And just on a fairly gentle heat, we're going to soften those shallots. And that'll take like maybe 5 minutes. Just take your time.
3,000 whoop-hoos later.
And after a few minutes, once they've softened, we're going to go in with the white wine. Just use any good white wine that you would drink. I'm just going to turn the heat up just a touch, and as that wine comes to the boil, it's going to lift off all those chickeny lovely bits that have kind of encrusted on the bottom of the pan. Now I need to reduce this wine by half because I want the flavour, but I don't want the bitterness of the alcohol. And I've also got the pasta on as well because this sauce comes together really, really quickly. Okay, so as the wine has reduced, we're going to go in with our capers. I love capers. They're like little salty flavour bombs. Also the lemon juice, and because this is a lemon butter sauce, we need butter. Lots of it, about 3 tablespoons worth. Just kind of break off bits of butter, pop it in the pan, and on a very low heat, because you don't want the butter to split, you're basically making an emulsification. That wine, that lemon juice, mixed with the butter, it's going to kind of emulsify and make your sauce. Once it's melted, we're going to add some more. Plenty of butter. In fact, I'm going to turn the heat off now. It's done its job. I'm also going to add some parsley, and I'm just going to check it for seasoning. I don't think it will need it. Oh, boys and girls. Oh, that is delicious. I am going to add just a pinch of sugar, just to kind of take back some of that acidity, just balance it out. But listen, that is it. Okay, we've got the chicken, it's still nice and warm. But listen, I'm going to drain off the pasta, get it all plated up, and then we can get it in my face for your viewing pleasure. Let's tuck in to this. My pasta's gone a bit cold because standing around, thumbnail, B-roll, you know the reasons why. But listen, let's taste it. Some of that sauce, get a bit of everything. Look how easy that was to come together, but it's got bags of flavour. It's lemony, it's buttery, got some nice sharpness and saltiness from the capers, sweetness from the shallots. Now obviously this recipe's for 2 people, but I guarantee you now, once I've finished this video, I am going to smash that other chicken breast down my neck. Where's the cat? Come on in. You coming in? Yes? Your Majesty? I'll get yours in a minute. Chicken, piccata. Chicken, piccata. Chicken, piccata. Oh, stop. That's going to haunt me in years to come, isn't it? Bit of a cringe fest there. But listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do all the kind of usual stuff. Like, share, send it to your friends and family via email, carrier pigeon, however means you need to get it there. But also, don't forget to subscribe. Click the little grey bell icon, so when I upload a video, YouTube tells you about it. Want to say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye? You going to say goodbye real quick? Or are you just thinking about scratching my face off? I'll put you down. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see your gorgeous faces in the next video. And I'm going to clear off and finish this. Oh, and that one as well. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.